Hello, this is John Kvale, and I am at a park practicing social distancing. I even brought my own chair. I've got my little buddy or my daughter's little buddy that I'll show here in the video as well. And I've got a red shirt on, a decidedly bright red shirt. And regular viewers may wonder, because I'm usually not in that bright. Tune in later on in the week, and you'll know why I have the red shirt on. I'm not going to do a close-up because those with curly hair know that curly hair, as it gets longer, it grows up and not out, and so it's a little bit of a mess. I digress. This is our March review, and I'm going to keep this fairly short because we've got a lot of other things that are going to come this week, and I just wanted to really bullet point a couple of items. Decidedly the newsletter. I'm also going to do a video later on in the week of the newsletter, so I wanted to just hit 2 points here. Make sure that you saw that. Go to those of you that are in listening only mode. Keep your hands on the wheel, but I am hovering the cursor over an IRS announcement that is allowing us, in most cases, to delay our regular filing and our regular payments. I've had a few folks ask me if I had to make a quarterly payment, do I have to do that? And no, you don't, as long as you meet the criteria. So check out this announcement, and I just have actually copied the verbiage there. And the other thing I wanted to talk about here, and this is going to be kind of the spirit of our capital market thoughts. We have a unique situation in that we have a very unknown event right now that will eventually be known. I've been asked by several people. I said, well, they said, hey, are the markets acting the way you think they would? Bonds haven't, but I'm going to talk about bonds in the newsletter, but bonds will take care of themselves. The equity markets right now are trying to digest the unknown of how long we're going to be slowed down. And it's this is a unique slowdown in that this was needed and it was self-designed. Those of you that are listening, I'm just hitting a few bullets that I wanted to put on here. I'm not going to put a graph of the markets. You've seen that somewhere somehow, and that's kind of a negative feedback. But I wanted to go into real briefly the prior two slowdowns, notably the tech bubble and then the Great Recession of 7, 8, 9. We had a lot of things that were coming together to make the slowdown, and this time it's self-induced. And while we don't know right now, those of you that are in listen-only mode, I'm going to the next bullet. It's very measurable. It's very, very measurable. This is going to be measurable. It may be. We don't know how long. We're on lockdown here in Texas until right now, April 30th. It may be longer. It could be. Maybe not. But it will be measurable. We will get through this at some point in time, and likely capital market participants will look through at the other end of this. Another thing, my little buddy is wanting to help me here. Another thing is the speed at which we went into this may also be the speed that we come out, again, because of the other reasons that I just mentioned. So I'm not trying to be eternally optimistic, but there are a lot of optimistic things that are out there. And lastly, in this bullet, the amount of stimulus that we put into the system. Someone had said, John, could we be a Mustang in the mud that just hasn't caught, and when it catches, it shoots out? Could happen. It could happen. So thank you for your time. This got a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but I wanted to really talk about the capital markets and notify you about the tax filing. Watch for the video on the newsletter. There is a ton of information. Those of you that are in listen-only mode, I'm just rolling back up to the top. But there's a ton of information, and it's changing very quickly. The newsletter was totally dominated by the Stimulus Act. All right, thanks. I will talk to you on a monthly basis in about a month, but hopefully you'll see the newsletter shortly as well.